Didier at Didier Mortgage. Let's talk about refinancing and then the equity lines. I get a lot of calls that come into me and saying, "Hey, listen, I want to refinance my mortgage, but I'm looking for about 15 or 20,000." But when I study everything and I look at your interest rate and I see that you have a low rate and you're trying to get 15 grand, maybe the better solution is that you just get an equity line. That's what I've been looking at, and a lot of people coming through. You say, well, why not combine it? Well, if you're only looking for 10 or 15,000 and it's going to cost you 3 or 4,000, think about that for a moment. It's costing you 3 or 4,000 to get 15,000 to really not drop your rate that much. So it's a case by case basis that we look at. And sometimes I'll just recommend, and I don't do equity lines, but just to get an equity line if you're able to pay it. Then I have people that, hey, they have a home free and clear, and they want to get an equity line for 200,000 versus a mortgage. Well, equity lines are good if you plan on paying them off, because they're just interest only, and they do balloon after so many years, and it is predicated on what the rates are doing. And when you have historically low rates, you get a fixed rate. That's what I strongly agree on. But I just wanted to share with you a little bit on these equity lines when you're refinancing and you just want a little bit of cash. If it makes sense to refinance and we can drop your rate significantly, then wonderful. I just want you to remember on refi cash out, the rates are a little bit higher than it would be for a purchase or a rate term. So you kind of want to look at it if it makes sense or not to refinance the whole loan and get a little bit of cash, or just do a rate term and get a little equity line. Hey, I'm Didier at Didier Mortgage. I just want you to know, when you get that little 15 or 20 grand, there is a cost to it if you're refinancing the whole enchilada. I'm Didier at Didier Mortgage. Subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. And then I got my podcast, which I do a little bit more in detail. Thanks for tuning in, and a wonderful week to everyone.